Good morning. Happy Thursday. Happy April 8th. Day 90 in our chronological reading. Today is an exciting genealogy. So I get to mispronounce names for the next 15 minutes. Yay! Alright, might as well get right to it. The descendants of Boaz, Ruth 4:13 through 22. So Boaz took Ruth into his home, and she became his wife. When he slept with her, the Lord enabled her to become pregnant, and she gave birth to a son. The woman of the town said to Naomi, "Praise the Lord, who has now provided a redeemer for your family. May this child become famous in Israel. May he restore your youth and care for you in your old age, for he is the son of your daughter-in-law who loves you and has been better to you than 7 sons." Naomi took the baby and cuddled him to her breast, and she cared for him as if he were her own. The neighbor women said, "Now at last Naomi has a son again," and they named him Obed, and he became the father of Jesse, the grandfather of David. This is the genealogical record of the ancestor Perez. Perez was the father of Hezron. Hezron was the father of Ram. Ram was the father of Amminadab. Amminadab was the father of Nahshon. Nahshon was the father of Salmon. Salmon was the father of Boaz. Boaz was the father of Obed. Obed was the father of Jesse. And Jesse was the father of David. From Judah's grandson Hezron to David. 1 Chronicles 2:9 through 17. The sons of Hezron were Jerahmeel, Ram, and Caleb. Ram was the father of Amminadab. Amminadab was the father of Nahshon, a leader of Judah. Nahshon was the father of Salmon. Salmon was the father of Boaz. Boaz was the father of Obed. Obed was the father of Jesse. Jesse's first son was Eliab. His second son was Abinadab. His third son was Shemaiah. His fourth was Nathaniel. His fifth was Raddai. His sixth was Ozem, and his seventh was David. Their sisters were named Zeruiah and Abigail. Zeruiah had 3 sons named Abishai, Joab, and Asahel. Abigail married a man named Jether, an Ishmaelite, and they had a son named Amasa. Descendants of Hezron's son Caleb. 1 Chronicles 2:18 through 24. Hezron's son Caleb had sons from his wife Azubah and from Jerioth. Her sons were named Jeshur, Shobab, and Arden. After Azubah died, Caleb married Ephrathah, and they had a son named Hur. Hur was the father of Uri. Uri was the father of Bezalel. When Hezron was 60 years old, he married Gilead's sister, the daughter of Machir. It's so hard to keep my place. They had a son named Segub. Segub was the father of Jair, who ruled 23 towns in the land of Gilead. But Gesher and Aram captured the towns of Jair, and also took Kenath and its 60 surrounding villages. All these were the descendants of Machir, the father of Gilead. Soon after Hezron died in the town of Caleb Ephrathah, his wife Abijah gave birth to a son named Asher, father of Tekoa. Descendants of Hezron's son Jerahmeel. 1 Chronicles 2:25 through 41. The sons of Jerahmeel, the oldest son of Hezron, were Ram, the firstborn, Bunah, Oren, Ozem, and Ahijah. Jerahmeel had a second wife named Atara. She was the mother of Onam. The son of Ram, the oldest son of Jerahmeel, were Maaz, Jamin, and Eker. The sons of Onam were Shammai and Jada. The sons of Shammai were Nadab and Abishur. The sons of Abishur and his wife Abihail were Aben and Molid. The sons of Nadab were Seled and Appiam. Seled died without any children, but Appiam had a son named Ishi. The son of Ishi was Sheshan. Sheshan had descendants named Ali. The sons of Jada, Shammai's brother, were Jether and Jonathan. Jether died without children, but Jonathan had 2 sons named Peleth and Zaza. These were all the descendants of Jerahmeel. Sheshan had no sons. though he did have daughters. He also had an Egyptian servant named Jarrah. Sheshan gave one of his daughters to be the wife of Jarrah, and they had a son named Attai. Attai was the father of Nathan. Nathan was the father of Zabad. Zabad was the father of Ephlel. Ephlel was the father of Obed. Obed was the father of Jehu. Jehu was the father of Azariah. Azariah was the father of Helez. Helez was the father of Eliasa. Eliasa was the father of Sismai. Sismai was the father of Shalem. Shalem was the father of Jechamiah. Jechamiah was the father of Elishama. Goodness gracious. Descendants of Hezron's son Caleb. 1 Chronicles 2:42 through 50a. The descendants of Caleb, the brother of Jerahmeel, included Mesha, the firstborn, who became the father of Ziph. Caleb's descendants also included the sons of Marishah, the father of Hebron. The sons of Hebron were Korah, Tappuah, Rechem, and Shema. Shema was the father of Raham. Raham was the father of Jorkeam. Rechem was the father of Shammai. The son of Shammai was Maon. Maon was the father of Beth-zor. Caleb's concubine Ephah gave birth to Haran, Mosek, Gazez. Haran was the father of Gazez. The sons of Jaddai were Regem, Jotham, Geshan, Pelet, Ephah, and Shaph. Another of Caleb's concubines, Maacah, gave birth to Sheber and Turhana. She also birthed to Shaph, the father of Madmannah, and Shiva, the father of Machbenah and Gibeah. Caleb also had a daughter named Aksah. These were all the descendants of Caleb. Descendants of Caleb's son Hur. 1 Chronicles 2:50b through 55. The sons of Hur, the oldest son of Caleb's wife Ephrathah, were Shobal, the founder of Kiriath Jearim, Salma, the founder of Bethlehem, and Haraph, the founder of Beth-Gader. The descendants of Shobal, the founder of Kiriath Jearim, were Heroah, half the Manahathites, and the families of Kiriath Jearim, the Ishrites, the Puthites, the Shumathites, and the Mishraites, from whom came the people of Zorah and Eshtaol. The descendants of Salma were the people of Benjamin, the Netophathites, Atroth Beth Joab, the other half of the Manahathites and the Zorites, the families of scribes living at Jabez, the Tirathites, the Shimeathites, and the Succothites. All these were Kenites who descended from Hamath, the father of the family of Rechab. Oh my goodness. Other descendants of Judah, 1 Chronicles 4:1 through 20. The descendants of Judah were Perez, Hezron, Carmi, Hur, and Shobal. Shobal's son, it's a lot of vowels, Reiah, was the father of Jahath. Jahath was the father of Ahumai and Lahad. These were the families of the Zorathites. The descendants of Edom were Jezreel, Ishma, Idbash, and their sister Hazelelponi. Penuel, the father of Gedor, and Ezra, the father of Husha. These were the descendants of Hur, the firstborn of Ephrathah, and the ancestor of Bethlehem. Asher, the father of Tekoa, had two wives named Helah and Nara. Nara gave birth to Ahuzam, Ehepher, Temeni, and Hahashtari. That's a lot of A's and a lot of H's in just one little word. Helah gave birth to Zereth, Izhar, Ethnan, and Koz, who became the ancestor of Anab, Zobabah, and all the families of Aharhel, son of Haram. There was a man named Jabez, who was more honorable than any of his brothers. His mother named him Jabez because his birth had been so painful. He was the one who prayed to the God of Israel, "Oh, that you would bless me and expand my territory. Please be with me in all that I do, and keep me from all the trouble and pain." And God granted him his request. Caleb, the brother of Shuha, was the father of Meher. Meher was the father of Eshton. Eshton was the father of Beth Rapha, Paseah, and Tehinnah. Tehinnah was the father of Nahash. These were the descendants of Rekha. The sons of Kenaz were Othniel and Sarai. Othniel's sons were Hatheth and Menoethai. Menoethai was the father of Ophrah. Sarai was the father of Joab, the founder of the Valley of Craftsmen, called because they were craftsmen. The sons of Caleb of Jephunneh were Iru, Elah, and Naam. The son of Elah was Kenaz. The son of Jehalelel were Ziphah, Tiria, and Asarel. The sons of Ezra were Jether, Mered, Epher, and Jalon. One of Mered's wives became the mother of Miriam, Shammai, and Ishbah, the father of Eshtemoa. He married a woman from Judah who became the mother of Jared, the father of Gedor. Heber, the son of Soko, and Jekathiel, the father of Zanoah. Mered also married Bithia, the daughter of Pharaoh, and she bore him children. Hodiah's wife was a sister of Naham. One of her sons was the father of Keliel and Keliel the Garmite, and another was the father of Eshtemoa the Maacathite. The sons of Shimon were Ammon, Rena, Ben-Hanan, and Tilon. The descendants of Ishi were Zoheth and Ben-Zoheth. The descendants of Judah's son Shelah. 1 Chronicles 4:22 through 23. Shelah was one of Judah's sons. The descendants of Shelah were the father of Lekah, Lada, the father of Marishah, the families of the linen workers at Beth Esheba, Jocham, the men of Kozeba, and Joash the Seraph, who ruled over Moab, and Jeshavi-Lehem. These were the names these names all came from ancient records. They were pottery makers who lived in Netaim and Gedera. They lived there working for the king. I think we got through it. Elkanah and his family, 1 Samuel 1 through 8. We're in Samuel now, so I think we got through that. There was a man named Elkanah who lived in Ramah in the region of Zaph, in the hill country of Ephraim. He was the son of Jeraham, maybe not, son of Elihu, son of Tohu, son of Zaph of Ephraim. Elkanah had 2 wives, Hannah and Peninnah. Peninnah had children, but Hannah did not. Each year Elkanah would travel to Shiloh to worship and sacrifice the Lord of heaven's armies at the tabernacle. The priests of the Lord at the time were the 2 sons of Eli, Hophni and Phinehas. On the days Elkanah presented his sacrifice, he would give portions of the meat to Peninnah and to each of her children. And though he loved Hannah, he would give her only one portion because the Lord had given her no children. So Peninnah would taunt Hannah and make fun of her because the Lord had kept her from having children. Year after year it was the same. Peninnah would taunt Hannah as they went to the tabernacle. Each time, Hannah would be reduced to tears and would not even eat. "Why are you crying, Hannah?" Elkanah would ask. "Why aren't you eating? Why be downhearted just because you have no children? You have me. Isn't that better than having 10 sons? All right, holy Moses. We made it through that reading. Do you guys remember all of that? I hope you've got it all in there. I know how super important genealogy is because it leads us to Christ. It shows us Christ's genealogy. So it's super important, but man, is it hard to read. I feel like I'm speaking another language half the time. Oh my goodness. All right. That's it for today. That's April 8th. I'm going to go upstairs and make a quick shake. I always say quick and then it ends up taking forever, but I have a go live this morning, so I'm going to make a quick shake this morning. Yeah. So that's it. All right, you guys, thanks for joining along in our chronological Bible reading. I hope it's been a blessing to you. I will be back tomorrow with the next reading, and maybe I'll see you upstairs for breakfast. Have a wonderful day. I love you guys. Bye.